So we are on County 18, and we're just ready to go out of Goodhue County into Dakota County, and we are heading to Etter. So once we round that bend, maybe half mile or so, we'll be in Etter. And I wanted to note this railroad that's right here, because this is CP today. Years ago, this was the Milwaukee Road. And I'd probably call this the new railroad, because this is the section, about 13 or 14 miles, that was made between Red Wing and, just past Etter, where the old railroad tracks were abandoned, and then this new section was moved east, or not moved, but built east of the old one. So this one here goes back to 1908 is when they started this, and then in 1909 it was completed and they had trains running. The line it replaced was to the west, probably in that tree line you see over there somewhere. This street is really busy because this is two directions you can take from this street that brings you to casino. Casino's down in that direction. But I thought I'd stop here. I wanted to talk just a little bit about the railroad, and I saw this. Yep. What do you think, huh? Pretty cool. It's an old Sioux gondola. Two of them. It's pretty neat. I don't know if this will pick up any kind of dates. There's no way of me telling if there's a date that the camera picked up. I'm not going to go down in there, so if it picked one up, it picked one up. Yeah, I'll go back over here once. That looks like it could be something there. I don't know. Still cool though. You know they go back. Okay, off to Etter. Okay, this is Etter, Minnesota. We are gonna enter downtown. It's kind of a joke because there's nothing here anymore. Back in the day, there would have been the railroad main line would have crossed the road here. I'm going to pull over. Right in here. So your main line would have crossed here, and there would have been a siding, and at one point there was a siding off of a siding, so 3 tracks probably would have crossed this road. So now we're on 18 and Ravenna Trail. I think that's how you say it, Ravenna Trail. And then I think this is 200 on the other side. I'm going to put up a first map, and you'll be able to see where I was on that other railroad where we saw the Sioux railroad cars. That'll be the blue railroad tracks on that map, and the red ones are the ones that cross the street right in front of us. So I'll put that up now. Okay, so the next map I'm going to put up is where we are in Etter. I'm going to do things a little different. A lot of times I put up the old map first, then the new map. I'm going to put up today's map first. That's right. When I get out, I'll show you. I'll pan around and you'll see what I see. But here's what you'll see from the air. And this is today's map of Etter. It's just all trees. You'll be able to see the intersection I'm parked at right now. Here it goes. Yeah, so there's no buildings at all left here. This is, if this was probably Goodhue County, it'd have a sign up, a ghost town sign, because they have ghost town signs on all these old towns that have kind of faded away. But we are in Dakota County, okay? So that's where we're at. Now we're following the old railroad tracks, the rail bed, from Red Wing to just past Etter. In fact, it could still be Etter. It's up this ways, maybe another mile or so, where it reconnects back to the railroad. So there's a section that was first built in 1870, and this section went through, coming from Red Wing, it came through Cannon Junction, then it came through Eggleston, and then it came through Etter, and then it connected back to the original main line. So that's the stretch that was replaced that you saw in red on that map I showed you just a moment ago. So I'm going to get out and I'm going to just show you this corner, and we'll see if we can figure out where some of this stuff was. So 18, this one's 200, that's the Ravina Trail there. They're all on their way to the casino. Yep. So I'm going to put up another map right now. You can see where these cars are turning at the intersection. We are going to go back to 1874, and you can see that this whole area had railroad tracks, it had buildings, it had streets. Both sides of this road had streets, and everything's gone. Everything. Nothing left. So you'll be able to see this intersection. Here it comes, right? We've got our railroad tracks probably out in this area, right in here. And our depot is somewhere in this area, according to that map. But, you know, they don't draw things exactly on maps sometimes, so just to throw another thing into the mix, let's go back to this intersection. So you can see this would have been where our railroad tracks were. Would have been a series of roads, especially on this side. There would have been roads in here, there would have been buildings. Going back to 1874, there were a lot of buildings here, and it's all faded away, just woods. Everything's gone. Okay, so there's the intersection behind me. I'm going to put up a 19 1937 Harpo photo. That's an aerial photo coming down. And you're gonna see where the rail bed was. Everything's real fresh. And there's a building be right across the street over here that I think was the general store, but you know, you can't quote me. There, and you'll notice that when we look down this street in this direction, you're going to see buildings along the road here. And one of them has got to be the old school and the town hall. It was a school and then it was used for a town hall. And that was down in this direction. But, you know, walking down there, I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly where. I just wouldn't. That looks like it's got to go back to at least 1937. I don't know. So this is, after looking at all the maps and the photos from the air, this is kind of where I think the depot was. Oh, maybe about 50 feet back. But I'm just speculating, looking at the maps and the photos and that sort of thing. That's all we can do, I guess. Well, when I'm on Ravenna, that sign says 68. When I'm coming from Red Wing, it says 18. So this area would have been where the tracks were running, north and south. So if that 1874 map is correct, that depot would be in there somewhere. But this is all marked private property, so I can't go in there. This would be just a thereabouts, you know. See this knoll here, but you know, then it goes up over on this side, so I'm not sure if that's the railroad bed up there or if this is a railroad cut. But yeah, it goes down this way. So Either that's the bed or this is a cut. And if I had to guess, maybe this is the cut. And it goes down that way. And here's the knoll. And this is certainly wide enough for a rail bed. So that could be, maybe they dug dirt out of here, threw it up on top. Let me get out of here. Because I know it's following this road. So it kind of makes sense. Down there where the cars are going around the bend, if you look at the map, that's where it's going to cross the road, but I can't find anything over there. Things have changed so much. But this has got to be it through here. Right in through there. Well, we didn't get to see too much, but I know it's along the road, and probably when they put in this road here, they've disturbed a lot of it, probably when they put in their ditches and that sort of thing. So, you know, wish I could have showed you more, but how many years? 1927, so 98 years or so, something like that. A lot of it's gone. Anyway, I made a couple of videos. I started when I followed this route that was abandoned. I started in Red Wing. I followed the railroad to Cannon Junction, so I'll put that video in the annotations. And then from Cannon Junction, I followed it to Eggleston. And I walked past Eggleston on the old rail bed as far as I could. And then you got into the no trespassing sign, so I couldn't go any further. And everywhere you look in this area, there's a no trespassing sign. So, you know, I showed you the one spot, but, you know, I do see it in there in some places, but where I see it, there's a no trespassing sign, so I can't go in there. So I'll put those two in the annotations so you can follow it from Red Wing all the way up to what we did today. And then that's probably the end of this trip. And I'll see you on my next one. God bless you all. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.